Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Draft Labs A-Dam Tournament Series. Welcome back. Game number 2, season number 2, day number 1. Counter Instigate took game number 1 in this set of 2. And with a really nice looking team fighting comp, Team Permafrost are going to be looking to take this game back. Now we had an odd selection from Gato Gods with the Jarvan, one that I'm really iffy about, and I think that if Counter Instigate loses, more than likely I will be blaming it on the Jarvan pick. He was just odd, plus he was the last pick. They had the ability to counter pick here. Dude, they could have taken a Morgana, you guys. Morgana was open the entire pick ban phase. Oh, look at that. Here's some aggression. This is exactly what Permafrost need to do. Both teams want to fight right off the bat, right in the thick of things. Exile forced to flash away. Alfalfa also taken fairly low himself. And it looks like neither team really going to come out on top of that skirmish. Trades very evenly. No big plays quite yet. Exile really initiated that one as well. That was cool. Exile like jumps right in and jumps right back out. It was very cool. Uh-oh. Hey, let me get this fixed for you guys. I just saw the chat from what is it, Wolf? It's funny how somebody just told him a second ago to focus as well. All right, here we go. Back into it. That should be fixed up, you guys. Come on now. Come on, Lakes. It happens. Let me know if it's fixed. Let me know if it's not fixed. Should be fixed. Ooh, that's a nice lock on a Diamond Spider. He's forced to flash away. Alfalfa still fairly low, and looks like it's going to be another skirmish. I mean, both teams really want to go at it, like 4 versus 4. Not too much happening. Both teams also staying very bunched together, but not too much AoE potential here. I mean, if we see more of that kind of bunch playstyle from, which we most likely will, there's a lot of melee champions on their side. And Omnia goes right back into the V8. V8 taken low, a heal forced away. Sergeant Pepper also going back inside. Alfalfa taken low, exhaust, summoner spells all being dropped. First blood and second blood dropped to Gato Gods. Double kill for him. That was a quick, easy set of kills for him, and the early game for Jarvan in these skirmishes actually isn't too bad, you know. I expected that we were going to see more of like a laning phase in this early phase of the match, but now Jarvan, he's actually coming out on top. You guys, a double kill for him. That actually might be what he needs to be able to kind of negate the oddity of his of the selection here. Very cool, man. Very cool little late jump in from Gato Gods, especially to survive that one as well. First 2 kills go to counter instigate. Lots of team fighting, and as I was mentioning before that fight started, that we are going to see a lot of that kind of bunched together play here. Now there's Sergeant Pepper initiating on a Rethron. So many people jumping in. Imagine how awesome a Sona ultimate would be at a time like this. Alfalfa still getting taken low. Lots of mark dashes. He flashes away just in time. And Diamond Spider's also being taken low here. With low mana as well, V8 flashes forward, auto attack, secures the kill. Will he survive here? He's getting snared down. It looks like he may or may not. He does, and Omnia doesn't second cast the barrel fast enough. And that allows V8 to sneak away by the hair of his chinny chin chin. Interesting stuff. That's 3-0 now in Team Counter Instigate's favor with a team comp that you would not expect to be able to win these team fights on. Really, I mean, this game hasn't been pushed into a single tower. It's just been fighting all the time. I love it. This is what I love about the modern meta, you guys. We see a lot of this stuff. Now, what can Permafrost do? I mean, considering the fact that there's so much fighting, they've kind of gotten a free pass into the level 6, you could say. Now, it's going to be delayed, but they've gotten a free pass into it because we're not really in the laning phase. There isn't really much for them to lose except for a little bit of gold, or, you know, a little bit of experience until that level 6 comes. All they really need to do is just kind of keep this up, you know, even if they fight a couple of times, even if they give one more kill up, I think that's going to, not necessarily going to be good for them, but I don't think it would be bad for them as, like, giving up a tower early. So, as long as they can make it to that level 6, whoa, nice lock on the Rethron right away. Maokai follows Rethron underneath the tower, actually ends up giving him, getting him dead, as a matter of fact. He, makes a tower dive, and Rethron, that flash, brought Sergeant Pepper a little bit farther forward than he had expected. Another kill now for Team Permafrost, and like I mentioned, that one more kill isn't too bad. Level 6s are going to be delayed here, but if Team Permafrost, now that we are hitting the level 6s, are able to kind of back off, play it slow until they can get level 6s, they can get their level 6s, then we should see something really cool, and that should be the best play here. But clearing out these waves as quickly as possible and shoving in onto a team that are all hitting level 6 now, while your team is going to have it fairly delayed, with one kill, at least one kill on 3 of the 4 members of Team Permafrost, and that might not be the best decision because if we see some quick level 6 jumps coming out from Team Counter Instigate, they might be able to take a team fight or an ace right away. Like say a flash ult from V8 or something like that. Still difficult to engage on this team that Permafrost has. I mean, nonetheless, I mean, no matter what, it's still difficult to engage on them. One thing, so you guys, the player to keep your eyes on in this match is in fact V8. Not V8, excuse me, Diamond Spider. I was just looking at him when I said that. Diamond Spider on the Kalista. This guy's had some really great matches on the Kalista, and he always tends to do better late than he does early. He has a very aggressive playstyle, which comes in handy once he gets some items, but he almost always gets delayed. So he needs a long game to really to show his strength, and he can definitely carry on this champion, but he just needs the time. He needs the time to get there. Game definitely slowing down here. This is exactly what Team Permafrost wanted. Counter Instigate, if they knew it was best for him, they would start to engage like right now. There's only 2 level 6s available for Team Permafrost and a big level advantage for Counter Instigate. They got to get these things down as quickly as possible. Level 6s are going to be coming real soon. Sergeant Pepper, he's going to be the most delayed, and now we're having 3 level 6s as a matter of fact from Team Permafrost. So this next team fight, in my opinion, should go in favor of Team Permafrost because they kind of do have that better post-6 team, as long as things are even. We also have to actually, it definitely should go in their favor because they've been able to go back, they've been able to buy items. Team Counter Instigate actually haven't been able to buy anything since the start of this match. Alfalfa, he wants to engage on this one. So many ultimate opportunities for the Sona here, and this will start kind of a team fight. I don't think this one's going to last too often. V8 forced to ultimate just to disengage, and the Exile is back on the fight. Sergeant Pepper flashes, exhausted Alfalfa. He's super tanky, but he's getting slowed quite a bit at Omnia Venitas. Goes right back in, saves his ultimate for late, gets a kill, and knocks Rethorn back at the same time. That's going to be the second kill now in favor of Team Permafrost, and they're going to be able to make a push off of it as well. That post-6 game from them, you guys, plus with the extra items they had, was excellent. Not the best team fight started by Alfalfa. You know, you really want to get the jump with like a 4-man Sona ulti, considering the fact that you are at a disadvantage on items, maybe on some, you know, on some sustain as well, things like that. You want to make that big team fight where you can quickly get 2 or 3 kills, just to ensure that you can actually linger on in the team fight later on. That team fight lasted quite a while, and when you're in that situation, a team with more items will almost always win. Almost. Depends on who you're playing. V8, that's a nice mark dash from the Exile. Does get the lockdown of V8 and forces a lot of other mark dashes as well. V8 dropped right away. Now the remaining members of Permafrost are going to close in, you guys. Alfalfa taken fairly low. Diamond Spider. Body blocked. Well done. Little re-engage from Gato Gods. He's forced to flash away. An odd flash, but then goes right back in. Locks down Sergeant Pepper. Forces his flash. Now Alfalfa's making the tower dive. He gets a kill, but he's not quite tanky enough to make the full dive. He ends up going down to Diamond Spider, and this fight's going to end as a 2-for-1 in favor of Team Counter Instigate, as a matter of fact, but Gato God's still fairly low. No, as a matter of fact, 2 for 2. Excuse me, Kasona was dropped there in the beginning as well. Re-engage is going to happen here. Diamond Spider ends up picking up that kill. Rethron in a good situation. Does pick up the kill. Looks like it would have gone in his favor anyway. Might be able to pick up 2 here. A nice Q. Nope. And Omnia disengages. Another bloodbath, you guys. This game is, on a serious note, like, this set has been really fun to watch so far. Anybody else notice that Mark Dash pretty much just went through V8? Anybody else see that? Seriously, pretty much just went right through him. Hit the minion behind him. I don't want to rewind it to see it, but you guys can watch it later on in the VOD. And if you're watching from the VOD right now, make sure you keep on watching it and let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong. Sorry, Wolf. No links. Hee hee. How are you guys things slowing down a little bit, man? This game has been played in the center of the map, the entirety of its duration, man. 8 minutes and 15 seconds. No towers have been pushed yet. It's all about the team fights, you guys. And one team at some point is going to get that really, really good engage. They're going to get that really good engage and get that ace and be able to take a tower. But in my opinion, that's the only way to do it right now. I don't really see how this game is going to progress without Team Permafrost being able to, or excuse me, Team Counter Instigate being able to get that one really nice engage and kind of pick off a couple of members of Permafrost really quickly. This game is so funny, man. You don't get to see this very often, where games are just played in the center of the map. I mean, the wave clear is like just about even. Both teams pressuring out consistently, man. Always wanting to force somebody back or try to bait and engage or engage themselves. There we go. Ed Omnia, he goes right in, pops his ultimate, knocks back Rethron. He flashes right away. Ultimate keeps Exile at bay. Ed Omnia Vanitas is getting soloed by Gato Gods. Rethron also ends up dropping his 1-for-1. Make that 2-for-2. Riven and Sona now both dropping. It's Gato Gods and who else? Gato Gods and Alpha 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 versus Diamond Spider and Sergeant Pepper. This might last a while, man. I'm not sure where Diamond Spider's gonna be able to make this one up. Gato Gods gets the counter engage and he gets the kill, and Sergeant Pepper is being aggressed upon. I'm not sure if they're gonna make the die, but a beautiful pillar there from the Trundle ends up locking him down just long enough. Will Alpha Alpha survive? Doesn't look like it's the case. There's now a bit of BM, and this fight ends as a 3-for-4. Once again in Team Counter Instigate's favor, man. These guys are really dueling it out. These late engages from Gato Gods are working out really well, but it still isn't enough to get them an objective. This game is still played in the center of the map, and no line of scrimmage has been moved quite yet, you guys. And we're just going to see more and more team fights until there's a big multi-kill and a big kind of quick ace for a team where they have enough members to actually push down a tower. You know, you could say that a 3-for-4 is almost worse for the team that has gets the 4 kills than it is for the team that gets 3 kills, because then they're all able to go back. Gato Gods, I mean, he has some sustain here. Somehow he's been able to keep himself healthy, but you know, the question is, how long is that going to last? Once again, man, both teams gearing up for the next team fight. They want it to happen. They want it to happen soon. Rethron able to go into an early Bloodthirster, man. More early than most would expect. I mean, that's a quick buy on that. Plus, look at the other items he has. Rethron actually going to be doing a lot of damage here. Sergeant Pepper also going into an early Thornmail, man. Interesting, dude. Interesting. What does the Bloodthirster shield block Thornmail damage? Because if it does, it's like perfect against it. You guys let me know. Let me know if you guys know whether or not the blood... Ooh, there we go. Here's the engage from Sergeant Pepper after a faulty engage from Alpha Alpha and Gato Gods. He decides to go back in, but he still isn't quite tanky enough, you guys. Alpha 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 is, though. He's taking a lot of damage. Gato Gods goes right back in, gets exhausted right away. He has the knock-up. Nice ulti there from V8 to lock down Diamond Spider. It isn't quite enough as the shutdown gold goes in favor of the Maokai and Exile. Soloing down 1 versus 2 in the backline, somehow staying alive. He has the ultimate pop. Late ultimate from Diamond Spider. This might be the multi-kill that Team Permafrost want. It looks like he will end up going down. The ace for Sergeant Pepper. He snags 2 kills in that fight on his Maokai, and that's a 4-for-0 clean sweep ace for Team Permafrost. That's exactly the one they were looking for. That will snag them the first tower of the game. Thornmare returns unmitigated damage while Vamp sustains only damage done. So Thornmare is never going to be countered by Vamp. Thornmail OP. Yeah, true that. Gato Gods comes right back in with the Mark Dash. They're trying to find as much as they can, but Ed Omnia fairly tanky. That's 2 towers, as a matter of fact, going down in favor of Team Permafrost. Sergeant Pepper, he's going to stick this. He's going to stick around, see if he can get something under Rethron, but he got a good bit of damage down, but Rethron should be able to sustain up fairly easily, as long as his team gives them these... they don't, of course. As long as his team... I was going to say as long as his team gives him these minions, but of course they don't. You know, it's a free-for-all out there, you guys. A nice little 2-kill counter here from Team Counter Instigate, but not nearly enough. What's up, Siren? Welcome to Draft Labs. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, my man. I know you couldn't see anything on stream, but I saw it over here on my side. We do VODs of these, so I don't have the follower thing up during the games now. Oh, actually, it will be enough. I'm very surprised. Only this 4 versus 2 advantage was enough to give Team Counter Instigate a turret there. I wouldn't have assumed that, but you also have to consider that there isn't much wave clear on the side of Team Permafrost here. There's an instant engage from Ed Omni Vanitas. They're trying to focus down Rethron. He has the shields up on him, but the crowd control's a little bit too much. He gets dropped right away, and with 1 person down already, actually, make that a 1-for-1 so far. Sona falls shortly after, and 2-for-1 now. This fight is just so bundled up, man. You can barely see what's going on. Nice ultimate there from Diamond Spider. Right as soon as he's getting aggressed on, he might end up falling here to Alpha Alpha. He's just going to try to get that final kill. Diamond Spider going to try to kite away. He should be able to get away from this one now, and it's going to be another ace of 4-for-1 now in favor of Team Permafrost. These fights that are just super dense and super like clumped up are all going in favor of Team Permafrost there. They had a good engage. Their focus is really nice, man. Getting down Rethron first and then V8 second. So I saw that Rethron had fallen, and then Exile fell shortly after. I figured that with just those 2 kills, it was going to start going in their favor. I didn't realize that Sona was at such low amounts of health. Now, Team Permafrost are going to try to take this 2 versus 3 and make it into an inhibitor. With Gato Gods back, he should be putting on some aggression right away. So not quite enough of a victory here for Team Permafrost to be able to take an inhibitor, but Enough for Team Counter Instigate to start a fight. Now V8 and Sergeant Pepper both falling here. That's Maokai and Sona. And now it's a 3 versus 3, but Diamond Spider, this guy has a lot to his name here. And that being said, the items that he has are a lot to his name. He hasn't built into anything quite yet, and I think that once he gets that Runeance, he's going to be in a nice power spike here. Come on, Tima. You can do it. Who's Tima? The heck is Tima, dude? Oh, team. You mean team. Okay. I was like, Tima. Team, what are you doing? Come on, team. Come on, team. CI. CI, man. So one thing that that Team Permafrost have, I still want to call him Ethereal. One thing that Team Permafrost have, man, is the mechanics, dude. These guys got the mechanics. You know, they got a lot of good players. Like Exile, he's known for his just insane mechanics. Diamond Spider, he's right up there too. Sergeant Pepper, he's more of a strategic player. He's more of a smart player, but he still has good mechanics nonetheless. He's a platinum level player. And then we also have Ed Omni, who's just super consistent, man. So, I mean, this team, in terms of like their fingers, they all have really good fingers, man. Sergeant Pepper, I think if he leads this team in terms of like the strategics of it, the strategy of it, if he's kind of the shot caller in my opinion, I think he's the most suited for it, then this team could really thrive here. Alright, you guys, so the game's slowing down once again. We've hit one of those kind of troughs here, one of those fight troughs. Only for a second, though. Gato Gods, he only gets 2 knockups with that one. Trying to make his way on a Diamond Spider, but Exile peels for him fairly well. He's forced to Cataclysm actually backwards to try to lock down Ed Omni Vanitas. Ed Omni throws down the ultimate just to disengage, but that might allow Sergeant Pepper to get taken down a little bit too early. He has plenty of mana to hold on to his ultimate, deal some good damage, but now Team Counter Instigate are actually surviving this fight much longer. That disengage from Gragas might have been a little bit too early here. Gato Gods gets traded out, but only for 2 members of Team Permafrost and Sergeant Pepper forced on the run. Nice double kill for Rethron. Sergeant Pepper gonna fall, and 4 for 1 now in Team Counter Instigate's favor. 19-18, you guys. Keep in mind how even this has been, even though we've seen like 4 aces in this game so far. 19-18 and a 1k gold lead for Team Counter Instigate, and they will push this down for our next tower as Rethron is alive, healthy, and kicking. Whatever that means. Maybe even, if they try getting an inhibitor here, that might be sticking around for a little bit too long, you guys. We have Mark Dashes approaching right now. Ooh, that Mark Dash hit Rethron. That would be a good one for the Exile to go in, but the follow-up is minimal. If Ed Omni had hit a Mark Dash there as well, it would have been really nice. Get the Callista Team Counter Instigate, man. These guys they're playing well. They're playing really well. Both teams really duking it out right now. I love what I'm seeing, you guys. I love it. I love it. Uh-oh, Gato Gods. He's forced to use his combo just to get out, and Alfalfa's now in a tough situation. They might be able to focus him down. Diamond Spider is getting a lot of damage onto him. That Ren's going to do huge amounts of damage. Actually, it didn't because he popped his ultimate right before. Now Team Counter Instigate forced onto the run as Permafrost running right away. Exile's getting tons of damage. Caitlyn falls first. That might spell the end here. V8, Mark dashed in on, gets stunned out. Double kill now for Maokai. Make that triple kill for Sergeant Pepper. That should be an easy inhibitor and maybe even a Nexus Tower or 2 here for Team Permafrost as they make the counter play, you guys. Counter Instigate, they stood around, man. They stood around for way too long. They lingered there for too long. And they ended up getting taken down. This actually might even be GG, you guys. Callista's doing a lot of damage, and we still have 10 seconds left on the remaining members. It looks like it will, in fact, be GG, you guys. 17 minutes in. Team Permafrost, they're able to take the second game of the set and even things up, make it a tie. Well done. Well done, man. That was just a bloodbath, you guys. You can see the scores in the end of that game, 21-19, just barely squeaking their way on top, man. Only a 1,000 rather gold lead in their favor. 18 minutes in, and that gold lead was only gained off of the victory in that last team fight, that final team fight. Before that one started, it was Counter Instigate with the gold lead. So everything's super even here, you guys. A really fun match to watch, but you know, when you get to the 8-minute mark, the 18-minute mark rather, when you are approaching that late game, the death timers are long enough, especially with these teams that are so ace potential, that have so much ace potential rather, where you either lose the fight and you lose all your people and don't kill anybody, or you win the fight and you kill all of them and lose none of yours. That's kind of how this game ended up going, and in the end, unfortunately, due to the timers, Team Counter Instigate are the ones who made the mistake. They're the ones who ended up lingering around for a little bit too long, similar to what Diamond Spider and Exile did in the last match, lingering around for a little bit too long. They got engaged on really well. They allowed their Caitlyn to end up getting taken down way way too quickly, and that lost in the last team fight, and it was enough for Permafrost to take 2 towers and a Nexus there. So very, very cool game, very fun game to watch, and congratulations to Team Permafrost as they snag their first victory ever in the Draft Labs ADAM tournament series, and they tie up the set. Well played, well played.